You understand? You got a precept? Go ahead.
This is the song of the three holy children, verse 3. For thou art righteous in all the things that thou hast done to us. Yea, true are all thy works. Thy ways are right, and all thy judgments true. And all the things that thou hast brought upon us and upon the holy city of our fathers, even Jerusalem, thou hast executed true judgment. For according to truth and judgment didst thou bring all these things upon us because of our sins. For we have sinned and committed iniquity, departed from thee. In all these things we have trespassed and not obeyed thy commandments, nor kept them, neither done as thou hast commanded us, and it might go well with us. Wherefore all that thou hast brought upon us and everything that thou hast done to us, thou hast done in true judgment.
Bring it out. You see that?
I got one more verse.
Go ahead, get it.
And thou didst deliver us in the hands of the lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of Yahweh, and to an unjust king, and the most wicked in all the world.
That's right.
So y'all heard that, right? It was a lot said, but the gist of everything that was just said there was that we're being subject to the payments of our forefathers, and that is real judgment, man. This is judgment from the Most High for things that we did. We've been going off since we were given these laws, statutes, and commandments. So now we have to raise a righteous judgment a righteous generation that's not gonna do that. You understand what I'm saying? We have to come up and come out of this sin that we're in. As long as we keep sinning, he's gonna keep giving us this righteous judgment. It's right for the Most High to treat us the way that we're being treated right now. Because we're the nation of people that was given the law, statutes, and commandments to give out to the different civilizations out here. Right. We created civilization. We were in every place that was that the white man can go back and say was a civilized society, starting with Mesopotamia. We were there, right? The book of 2nd Esdras, I think, tells you that we came from the Chaldeans, right? No, it's Judith. The book of Judith explains that we come from the Chaldeans. The Chaldeans were a community in Mesopotamia, one of the smartest people in that land, right? The white man tells you that Egypt was a treasured city, right? And we were in Egypt building the treasured cities. That's in the scriptures. And now we have America. America's the greatest place in the world, the melting pot. Well, who the hell built America, man? We did.
That's right.
So every place that's ever been called great, we've been there. We built it up for these heathen. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason we've been put in that spot to build it up for them is because it's righteous judgment from the Most High. They were supposed to be building these communities for us, and they will do it in due time, right? Isaiah 5:13.
The book of Isaiah 5 verse 13. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity.
Salaki, I want you to read that again. Get a precept. I don't want to get off topic. Read that right.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras 6 and 59.
Yeah, read that.
If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
Yeah.
How long shall this endure?
How long is it going to endure, right? It's going to endure till Revelation chapter 13 verse 9 happen. To Isaiah chapter 14 verse 1 happen, right? Till we put these other heathen in the land of in our land to be captives.
That's right.
Our captives. That's how it's going to be. Now read that scripture for me.
Isaiah 5 verse 13. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity.
So that's why we're being subject to that type of stuff. That's why we don't have an inheritance with the earth right now. Because our people have gone into captivity, right? Go ahead.
Because they have no knowledge.
We have no knowledge, man. Our people don't know that they're the 12 tribes of Israel. They don't know that you're the Israelites.
That's right.
God's chosen people. The only people on the planet that the Most High cares about. The only people that Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is coming to save, man. It's you guys. You so-called Black, Latino, and Native American Indians. Go ahead.
And their honorable men are famished.
Your honorable men are famished, man. The people who you think to be honorable. Your Creflo Dollars, your T.D. Jakes, Barack Obama, even though he's a Hamite. All of our people love him, right? Yeah. They're famished, man. They don't know this scriptures. They don't know this word. They don't know how to really help our people. That's why we're not getting help. People love Obama, but we didn't start getting shot on TV till he became president, though, bro.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead, get that.
Hey, look, man, that's the spirit. I was holding that. He went into it.
Bring it out.
I was thinking, like, how are we gonna get this trip now? Like, I gotta tell him to say something.
Hosea 13 and 9. O Israel, thou hast destroyed thyself, but in me is thine help.
Right, man. And the Most High is thine help. We've been looking for heathen to help us this whole time, man.
Right.
And they're not gonna do it. They're gonna put us in a worse and worse situation every single time, man. We have people like Kanye West voting for Donald Trump because he thought, oh, he's real. He gonna tell it like it is. He told you how racist his ass is, nigga.
Yeah.
You stupid. Right? He told you he don't care about you. He showed you he don't care about you. And you still continue to support him. You got black folks that wear mega hats. We live in Georgia. We see it all the time.
Thomas Sotomayor just in a bar. You got the sister. I think he got the sister fired because she said, "Why you got that MAGA hat on?" You know. And
He was talking about having brothers. He wants the cops to do us a favor and just kill all the gang members and stuff in our communities and stuff like that.
But see, that's somebody that don't really love Israel. You understand? He doesn't really love our people.
Yeah, just because you're Israel, I mean, we are Israel.
Yeah,
That's right.
Finish that scripture.
And their multitude dried up with thirst.
Yeah, man. So our multitude is dried up with thirst, man. You're thirsty for something, but you don't know what you're thirsty for because you have no knowledge here in this captivity. You should be thirsting for this word, for knowledge of who you are, right? But instead, our people are thirsting to chase after the bad. Our people are thirsty to see what Cardi B gonna be doing.
Right.
Our people are thirsty to see what Tiana Taylor and what's her nigga name?
Shumpert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iman Shumpert gonna be doing on their TV show, right? They thirsting to see Love and Hip Hop. All this BS, man. That's what our people are thirsting after, right?
Why is to do evil?
Why is to do evil?
Exactly. They have no knowledge, man. To do good is to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, man. To come back to your heritage. But our people don't want to do that. They don't know what their heritage is.
Right.
Y'all got time for the Bible? Huh?
Come on over. You're welcome.
What's your nationality according to the Bible, man? What you see on here? Who's your father? Your father's Benjamin.
Oh, praise.
Khan, what about you? Same thing.
Oh,
We
praise.
got false people in the building. Well, what y'all know about the scriptures, man? Drop what you got. Let's teach you. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. Start there. But what do you see when you walk around 5 Points? Y'all from here? You gonna be cold? You need a jacket or something? Because you gotta learn this now. I ain't gonna let you walk away from me.
Stay all
You need my jacket? Let me know. I'll let you wear that.
That's right.
That's
Go ahead.
right.
Read
The
this.
book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Right? So you know who Moses is, right? Moses is he's a forefather of ours, right? You being a Benjamite, Moses is your people, right? Paul specifically, you heard of Paul before? Paul specifically is a member of your tribe, both of y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Paul was a prophet to the Gentiles and a Benjamite, a Hebrew to the Hebrews, right?
That's right.
So what we're out here doing, we're the Hebrew Israelites, okay? We're teaching that the true 12 tribes of Israel is the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American Indian.
Bring it out.
That's
Okay?
right.
That this is known throughout the earth. Everybody knows it. That's why the white man had to put Jewish people in Israel in 1948.
That's right.
Right? It's called the New World Order. We're going to get into all that. But right now you need to find out who you are because that's the only way you're going to get into the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
Okay? So go ahead. Read 28 in verse 15. Start at verse 1.
Teach, huh?
Let's teach you how we got to this part.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
Get Amos again.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt not hearken, Slacker. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Uh-huh.
to observe and to do all his commandments,
Uh-huh.
which I command thee this day.
So it says if we didn't listen, hearken means listen, right? Diligently unto the voice of the Lord our God. It's possessive because the Most High or the Bible, regardless of what anybody tells you in the Christian or Catholic Church, is only for the 12 tribes of Israel and them alone.
That's
We
right.
can prove it with scripture, okay? Go ahead.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations on the earth.
Somebody give me Deuteronomy 7:6 right quick.
Got it. Bring it out.
It said that he would set us above high on all like above all nations of the earth, right? That's called the Dark Ages. You heard of that before? Either one of y'all? It was a 1,000-year time period. We were above all people on the planet. We're really 1,200 years. Okay, go ahead, read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
For thou art an holy people,
Right.
unto the Lord thy God.
Unto the Lord thy God. It's possessive again. The Most High is your God and your God alone. Go ahead.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee
He chose you, right? Go ahead.
to be a special people
Uh-huh.
unto himself,
Unto himself, right? That's what holy means. Go ahead.
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Ain't that what Deuteronomy just said? We're supposed to be set on high, right? Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Right.
That was going to be our blessing during the Dark Ages.
Right.
If we continue to hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord our God and follow his law, statutes, and commandments. what does the church teach you right now, right? That the laws are done away with. So how are we going to still be on high if we're not doing what the Most High told us to do, right? So go ahead and read verse 15.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 15.
Go ahead.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
It shall come to pass if we don't listen to the voice of the Lord our God. Go ahead.
to observe, to do all his commandments.
To observe, meaning know the commandments and do the commandments,
That's
right?
right.
Not just know they exist like the Christian church tells you now and not do them because they're done away with. No, he said observe and do the commandments, right? Go ahead.
And his statutes, which he commanded this day,
Go ahead.
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
That all these curses are going to come upon you and overtake you, right? Jump to verse 45 just so I can show them how long the curse is going to last.
45. Moreover, all these curses shall go upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee, so thou be destroyed.
Until our people be destroyed. Who's the most destroyed people you ever seen in your life? Our kind, right? Because it's a curse. Go ahead.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Because you didn't listen to the voice of the Lord your God. Go ahead.
to keep his commandments,
To keep his commandments, right? It's not just 10 commandments. There's 613 laws, statutes, and commandments in this Bible. The Christian church only teaches you 10 because there were 10 main ones that Yahushua wanted the 12 tribes to practice amongst each other. But he wasn't telling you not to practice the other ones, right?
Right.
That's the thing. Go ahead.
and his statutes, which I command thee this. That's what it says. Which I command thee. Verse 46.
Go ahead.
And it shall come upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So these curses that I'm going to read you are going to be a sign and a wonder
Bring it
to
out.
tell you who the true 12 tribes of Israel are, okay?
That's right.
So if they don't apply to nobody else, then that means they can't be part of the 12 tribes. If they only apply to one type of people, then that people is who the 12 tribes are. That's who God chose to be his people. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And upon thee, and upon thy seed forever.
And upon thy seed forever. So these curses are going to be upon our seed forever. From the time of Moses to 2019.
That's right.
You understand? Jump to verse 15. Yeah, jump backwards. I'm going to have you moving around.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments.
Oh, no, Salakia, 16. Salakia.
Gotcha.
My bad.
Verse 16, Deuteronomy 28. Cursed shall that be in the city, and cursed shall that be in the field.
So curse shall that be in the city and curse shall that be in the field, right? In the city out here. We in Atlanta. Who's the most cursed people that you see out here? Who the most homeless people that you see and stuff like that? Our kind, right? It's part of the curses. We cursed in the city. And it says curse thou shalt be in the field, right? The field is like the place that you work. We were cursed in the field physically during slavery, right? And we'll be cursed now. We the first fired, last hired, right? That's being cursed in the field. Jump to verse 49. Well, they Benjamin, just do 54.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender
Wait,
among
Salakia,
you.
what'd you say?
I said I read it too quick. He's Benjamin. Mine's is actually Gad, I think.
Look at that.
Alright, shut up.
Southern Kingdom.
Go ahead.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
Right. So his eyes are gonna be evil toward his brother. You can't walk down the street no more and just, what's up, bro?
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas with me money. Like, why you looking at me like that? I don't know you, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? It's because they got evil eyes towards their brother now. Ain't no brotherly love in our community no more. You step on my Jordans, I'm gonna kill you. You feel? Go ahead.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
And toward the wife of his bosom, right? We got brothers that can't treat their women correctly, right? They real disrespectful to their women and stuff. But we got scripture saying it's gonna be flip-flopped and everything too. Go ahead.
And toward the raiment of his children, which he shall leave.
And towards the remnant of his children which he shall leave. Who has the most fatherless households in the whole world?
Black people.
What community of people, right? Black people, right?
Yeah.
It's a curse. That's why. It's a curse that the Most High put on us. Do y'all know you got fathers?
Yes.
Are they in your life? No?
Yeah,
Not you?
well,
So you fit that curse.
mine is, but
you a Gadite that fits that curse. People say that jank don't happen to the northern kingdom. Alright. Go ahead.
Verse 55. So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children.
Hardrick in the building. What's up, Hawk? Go ahead.
So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children, whom he shall eat, because he has nothing left him in the siege.
Siege. In the
Siege.
Yeah, go ahead. Read, next verse.
Okay, 56.
Yeah.
Verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not and venture to set the sole of her or her foot upon the ground of her, it's like upon the ground for delicateness,
Right, 'cause-
and tenderness.
Because our people, our women used to be so delicate that they wouldn't even step their feet on the ground if they didn't have no feet on.
That's right.
Or no shoes, right? But we got women out here in 5 Points that have no problem walking around barefoot in the cold.
And fight.
And they'll fight you. Right? Yeah, exactly.
Foot drag.
You understand what I'm saying? Our women didn't used to be like that. Y'all used to be delicate, man. You understand me? Obedient and stuff. Didn't talk back and stuff like that, right?
Y'all come get this word before it's too late.
Used to be
Pull
cool.
out the mirror. Look at these sisters right here.
You see this? This is a gathering of sisters that we haven't had in a long time.
That's a mirror.
That's
You
right.
understand me?
So see our women in order, dressed modestly, behaving themselves.
In the kingdom of heaven, this is how women gonna act right here. Go ahead.
That's a mirror.
Her
Continue on.
eye should be evil towards the husband of her bosom.
But right now, right? Regular Eve that isn't in the truth, her eye is evil toward her husband. She's slapping him around the house and stuff like that. You ain't got no job, nigga. Byron. Huh?
Across the street.
Yeah, them type women. Go ahead.
And towards her
Across the
son,
street.
and toward her daughter.
Uh-huh.
Verse 57.
Yeah, yeah.
Verse 57. And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet.
And a lot of our women are really bad towards their children, right? Especially when they put in a situation where they're the only one there. The father left, and now they treat they have to be the man and the woman, right? And it kind of messes their spirit up. Now they can't be delicate with their own kids. You understand what I'm saying?
Real quick, man, my crew left me, but I would like a flyer if you don't mind.
Right behind
Right
that.
behind you, we're getting them.
Right here.
I need four of them, Ronnie.
Jump to verse
Grab like 4 of them, Ronnie.
68. Let's jump to the
Part
point.
2. And these 2.
All right, so check this out, guys. Now I'm gonna tell you how you got here. Go ahead, read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, 28 verse 68.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt
Yeah.
again
Yep.
with ships.
So he said he's gonna bring you into Egypt again with ships, right? I would get it if we had time, but I don't want to, take too much time up. So in the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2, it explains to you what Egypt is. It's a house of bondage, right? So when it says he's gonna bring you into Egypt again with ships, he's telling you, I'm gonna bring you into a house of bondage again with ships. The first house of bondage that we ever served was in Egypt. You heard of the story of Moses and stuff like that? And the Israelites that were in captivity there, right? So that basically was our first captivity, and this is our second one. Go ahead. Well, our next one. You know what I'm saying? It's not our second. We've had like 7 of them. Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Right? The place he originally spoke to us, we're not gonna see it no more. That's Israel, right? We in America right now. Go ahead.
And there he should be sold unto your enemies.
What happened when you got off the slave ships? What did they teach you about every February, Black History Month, right? What did they teach you? That you were slaves, right?
For bondmen and bondwomen.
You were sold to your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, right?
No.
They teach us here that the white man is your friend, but the white man is who you were sold to. The Bible says you were going to be sold to your enemies for bondwomen, bondmen, right? So the white man ain't your friend. They were the ones that were selling you back and forth. You understand me? So you can't be cool with them. They're your enemy according to the Bible. When the scriptures say love your brother as yourself, it's not talking about no crackers.
That's
It's
right.
not talking about no Chinaman. It ain't talking about no African. Because the Africans who sold you to the white man to be put in this captivity. You understand what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
They wanted you out their land. Go ahead and get that right quick.
Children of God. 1917, right? I was right. I be doubting myself. Leviticus 19, verse 17.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Y'all have heard that before, right? You should not hate your brother in your heart, right? Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, said that, right? Go ahead.
And not suffer sin upon him.
Right? Go ahead.
Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
That's who your brother is, man. The children of your people. So the only people you should look at as your brother is the folks on this sign right here, man. And the people that are
That's
descended
right.
from us scattered abroad, which you probably wouldn't know unless they came up here and said, I'm an Israelite. You feel? But that's why we try the spirit by the spirit. But regardless of that, these people we know are Israelites. They're your brothers in this captivity, in this land that you're in. You understand what I'm saying? Anybody that's not on this sign, that don't fit this, you shouldn't be treating as your friend here. Yeah, good looking out.
12 points.
Go ahead, get that.
And no man shall buy you,
And no man shall buy you. No man's gonna save you. You understand? So you're probably thinking, if we were the chosen people by the Most High, why did He make that happen to us, right? Why put us through slavery? Give me Amos. It's specific. Because if you were chosen, right? Say you had kids. Are you just gonna let your kids do whatever they want? Right? When they do something that you don't want them to do, you're gonna punish them, right? So that they don't do it again. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead and read that.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
So it says, hear this word that the Most High has spoken against you, O children of Israel, right? He's still talking to the Israelites. We all the way in Amos now. You understand? So the Christian church tell you the Bible's for everybody. But they just said, O children of Israel. You feel? Everybody's not Israelite. Everybody ain't from Israel. Go ahead.
Against the whole family which are brought up from the land of Egypt.
Now he gets more specific. Now we talking about them people that were in that first captivity, right? Because we get regenerated throughout our generations. You understand me? So all them people are gonna be back on the earth at some time in the game. You understand? Go ahead.
Saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
That's right.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Give me Joel 2:27.
Brother got it right here.
Come.
The book of Joel, chapter 2, and verse 27.
Read it out.
And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else.
He's the Lord your God and none else.
That's crazy.
And my people shall never be ashamed.
And his people shall never be ashamed. Give me
Yes,
Isaiah
right.
chapter 44, verse 1. Go ahead and finish that.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquity.
He's gonna punish us for all the things that we did wrong, for all of our sins, right? You can only sin. Give me Psalm 147. Yeah.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 44, verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen.
We were chosen. Jacob is the forefather of the 12 tribes, right? In Israel, that's basically all 12 tribes. You can consider that, right? So, hold on just a second. I'm gonna get you in just a second. I got you. So, that's who's chosen, right? That's the only people that the Most High cares about. You understand me? What I just called?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Right.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
He didn't do so with no nation, man. So the Christian church tell you, oh, Jesus came to save everybody, right? But it says he just showed his statutes and judgments to Israel and didn't do so with no other nation.
That's right.
That's why they're not getting punished for sinning. They can't sin. Sin is transgression of the law. Who did just say he gave the laws to? His people, right? And none else, right? So the only people he's gonna punish for breaking those laws is his people and none else. You don't punish the white girl's kid for doing something wrong, right? You punish your own kids.
Precept.
You let her do that, right? Go ahead.
Salaki, just to preface his statement, when he says they can't sin, some people will say, well, the Bible says the sins of the Babylon have gone up to heaven. They will say that other nations can't sin. What he's saying is they're not going to be held accountable for their sins. Only us, because the Most High is dealing with us. What they're doing is just being wicked. That's what they do. But when we do wickedness, it is sin. You understand? That's the understanding. Go ahead, brother. And I got a precept, but I think the brother could pull me.
Second Ezra, chapter 3, verse 35.
Bring it out.
Or when was it that they which dwell upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight? Or what people have so kept thy commandments? Thou shalt find that Israel by name have kept thy precepts, but not the heathen.
That's right.
That's
You
right.
understand? Israel by name has kept the precepts, but not the heathen. Main reason is because the heathen can't do it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? They'll never be able to keep the law the complete way it's supposed to be kept. That's how we know them Jewish people claiming our identity can't be us.
That's right.
Because they do too many things that are off, that are contrary to the scriptures. You understand what I'm saying? This was given to us as a heritage.